Hi, guys. This is Gail with Broken Hearts Ministry. This is going to be my very first live, and I wanted to thank you guys who are watching this on the replay. I don't expect a lot of people in here because this is a brand new channel. I do have another channel called Gail Southern Living, and so I have experience with YouTube. And what I've never done with the channel before is start out the channel doing lives from the very beginning. So I thought I would give that a try this time just to see how that goes. So here I am. So nobody probably will come, but I figured I'd just give it a try and maybe somebody could watch it in a replay. So the reason I started this channel is I started a homeless ministry last year in December with my mom. My sister had passed away in October of 2022. She was living in Montrose, Colorado, and she actually was crossing the street with some bags, and she actually got ran over in the street. And we had to drive up there to Colorado, and of course, she was living on the machine, and we had to take her off the machine, so that was bad. Anyway, so not the greatest memories of Colorado ever, because that's the only time I'd ever been there, and for not such a fun purpose. So that was not cool. Hello, the Bud Files. Somebody actually showed up to my live. So I have another channel, Gail Southern Living, but I've never started off a channel where I just started doing lives from the very beginning, because I had actually another channel called Coupon Gail, and what I did was I had Gail Southern Living as my main channel, and I kept not following through with the Coupon Gail, and I passed that year point where I can't get over the hump on that channel, so I finally just gave up on it, and I decided to start this channel for the homeless ministry that I have. Don't know exactly all of what I'm going to do on the channel, but I wanted to have a channel where I could talk about the ministry, and it's dedicated to my sister Gretchen, who passed away last year in October. And I didn't know if anybody would come today, but I put the timer on my microwave, and I said, you're just going to go in and do 30 minutes. Maybe somebody will watch the replay. So just give it a try, and just try that like once a week. And I was at 32, and I went all the way up to like 53. Boom, back down. I forgot that thing about when you very first start a channel, your channel just kind of waves all over the place, because as you get bigger, you don't notice the changes as much. So this is a live actually on YouTube. It's not on StreamYard. I haven't got the StreamYard set up for this channel yet. I may have to have my husband's help with that. But I thought, well, I'm just going to do a regular YouTube live and see how that goes. I'm going to go into my YouTube. I'm going to go into my YouTube on the phone. And the Bud Files, if you're still in here, I'll make you a moderator, since you're the first person that showed up to my live. And that way I'll have a moderator. So that'll be cool. I'd like to actually set up to do guests, but I'll probably wait till I hit at least 100 on that one. On doing that. Okay, so if you'll type something else in the chat, the Bud Files, you should be a moderator now, if you're still here. So it's going to be awkward lives for a while, because there won't be a lot of people in there. Even my friends from my regular YouTube channel haven't quite gotten the gist that I've started a channel. So I don't even have all my friends over here yet, but maybe at least my top 10 core friends will come over here. But anyway, so on my other channel, I've actually raised $305 for the last month. One of them was a Amazon card, so I purchased some deodorant and toothpaste, toothbrush holders, and a few other things for the homeless. I did a video on my other channel about that. But from this point forward, all the videos will be on this channel. So if someone makes a donation, I'll show what I purchased with that. Also had a couple of PayPal donations. One of them I spent probably about $60 at Dollar Tree. A lot of what we purchase is at Dollar Tree, but there's a few things I do buy at Walmart, like wash rags and wipes. We try to buy a lot of stuff for cleanliness, hand sanitizer, soap, wipes, things like that. And then as we get closer to Christmas, probably get some of those. You know how they have the little gift sets of the men's and women's body spray that's like a 3 or 4 pack. Probably be buying some of those to put in theirs, because I did have a few of those left when we very first started the ministry, and I put some of those in there, but I've ran out of those. So as they come out for Christmas, I'll be purchasing some of those to put in the bags. And we have some plans to do some Christmas items. So this next month in September, hello, Leela Life My Way. Is it Layla or Leela? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Since it's my very first live, I wasn't sure if I was going to get anybody in here or not. And I thought, well, I'll just do the live. I set my timer for 30 minutes. And I actually have another channel called Gail Southern Living, and pronounced like Leela. Okay. I thought with the E, it probably should be Leela, but I was questioning myself. But anyway, so I have another channel called Gail Southern Living, and this is the second channel. And I lost my sister last year. She was ran over by a car, and I started a homeless ministry because my sister, Gretchen, she never asked for help. So after she passed away, my mom and I wanted to do something. So we were both feeling led to start a homeless ministry. So we've been handing out non-perishable food and toiletries about once a month. And on my other channel, I actually raised enough money to purchase one of those utility carts. I call them granny carts. But we thought it would be good for the homeless people because sometimes they have trouble, getting all their stuff around. So it would be nice for them to have like a utility cart that they could put their bags in and just kind of push their stuff around. I thought that would be really neat. So more than likely, we're going to give that to an old lady, old man, or maybe a girl, because guys are pretty capable of carrying their own stuff. But sometimes us girls, we need a little bit of help. So we're going to hopefully get to give that out next month. But we want to pick the right person that we feel like will use it. I'm going to pull up the comments so I can read them. Apparently, because I'm doing this on YouTube Live, which I usually do everything on StreamYard, but I don't have that set up for this channel yet. I'm going to read the comments over here. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Leela. Yeah, it's very sad. My sister had been kind of off and on drugs over the years, and she had been in prison off and on, drug related type stuff. And actually the last thing we had was a fight, which is why it was a little bit harder to deal with my sister's death because, it was left in a bad place. And we figure, well, we can't help Gretchen. She's gone, but maybe we can try to help somebody else. Hello, Sandra Family Channel. Welcome in. This is my very first live for this channel, but I do have another channel called Gail Southern Living. So this is a second channel for me. And so I kind of have the gist of YouTube, from I've been on YouTube for 3 years as Gail Southern Living. And I wanted to start this channel just to show things about the ministry, because not everybody over there wants to see all the ministry stuff. So I wanted to have all those videos in one place. And so I started this channel for that purpose. And I've never started a channel where I actually started doing lives from the very beginning. So I'm going to try that this time and see how it goes. So I set my timer for 30 minutes. And I thought, even if I'm by myself, I can sit here and talk for 30 minutes. So that was my goal. It's like, okay, just see if you can do 30 minutes. Yeah, it's funny how God uses something bad that happens in your life, like my sister's death, but called both my mom and I to do the ministry. Hello, Lynn, the Okie. Thank you for coming in. The name of my other channel is Gail Southern Living. I've been on YouTube for 3 years. And like I said, I started this channel to do the homeless ministry that's dedicated to my sister that passed away in October. And it was actually pretty rough on me because we left things in a fight. So it was really hard to deal with. I actually went to some grief counseling for a while because I really, really wanted to be able to see her again. And I felt like I got robbed of that. But I know God was calling me to do this ministry. And I can't help my sister. She's gone. But I can maybe help somebody else's sister or mother or friend or cousin. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help somebody else's family member that's out there. They're not reaching out to their family for help. So we're hoping that, we actually put in the bags, we put a stamped envelope and a pen, hoping that maybe they'll contact a family member. So we've been doing that. We also put a Bible. Usually it's a New Testament Bible because my church has given me these little thin Bibles that are New Testament, and they're not too heavy because they can't carry a lot of stuff around. So we put a spiral notebook, an envelope with a stamp, a pen, a wash rag, food, and then we have a whole bag, like a gallon-sized bag of like toiletries that we put in there. And I was really, really happy that I've managed to raise $305 for the ministry. I got to do a bulk purchase on Amazon. I got to purchase some things at Dollar Tree, a few things at Walmart. I also have a lady here locally. Her name is April, and she's been donating T-shirts. And so my mom and I are putting multiple T-shirts in a bag, like either a gallon-sized bag if we have enough, or at least a Walmart sack, and we're labeling those. And when we go out to give them food, we're also giving them a bag of T-shirts, so they'll have some clean T-shirts to wear. And I was putting 2 in there, but we've been getting more donations from her, so now we're actually starting to put like 4 in there. And so we have men's and women's T-shirts, and I've been had women's socks donated, but apparently men wear out their socks, and none of those are being donated. So when I get them, I'm just like rewashing the socks and giving them out to them. So, and I bet they're a lot cleaner than what they actually have, because they have to wear them for a long time, I'm sure. So I'm not going to have to buy women's socks, but I am going to have to purchase men's socks. So I do have on my Amazon wish list for the homeless. I do have men's socks and several other items. And I have had some people purchase, um, I have had some people purchase uh, items on the Amazon wish list, and they just send it to my P.O. box. And then I just go pick them up. And when I get those items, I do a video. Now, if the person wants to be anonymous, I'll still do the video, but I'll just say the person is anonymous. And if the person does want their name mentioned, then I'll make the video and mention the channel name that gave it, or the person, the channel name or person, and link their channel in the description box. So that way the person can see what I actually purchased with the money that they donated. On my About page for this channel, there's a P.O. box. Also, on this channel, I'm putting in every video the P.O. box address. So, you could send a gift card, or, your basic Amazon, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Walmart, Family Dollar. Those are the 5 we have in Breckenridge that are available. Now, if they did accidentally send me something that we don't have here, I could use it when I go to Abilene, because Abilene's a bigger city. That's my home city. That's actually where we do the ministry, because my town is like 5,000 people, but my hometown that I grew up in is about 120,000 people. So it's a bigger city, and that's where we go and we donate the stuff. So it's very rewarding, and it's my mom and I just go out, just the 2 of us, and we just drive around, and we have places like there's a homeless shelter. There's a place that offers meals to the homeless. And then there's our main strip there, North and South First. We drive down that road. If we see someone walking with a backpack that we think looks homeless, we'll pull over and give them a bag of food and a bag of toiletries. And we'll also give them T-shirts if they want the T-shirts. And then sometimes we'll do like a sack lunch, like 2 hot dogs, a bag of chips, a drink, and maybe a bag of cookies. And then we always have a cooler with us where we carry cold drinks, water, sodas, things like that. My mom buys stuff and I buy stuff, and we just, we go around together. And my mom's actually in her 70s. So sometimes she'll stay in the car and I'll get out and do stuff. And she does a really good job. We're getting really good at spotting people. Actually, one time we were at the Dollar Tree in Abilene, and I actually found a homeless person's stash where they stashed their bedding behind an old newspaper stand thing, and probably went into a store. So I knew what it was when I saw it, because I figured that's probably what they did. They would stash their stuff. So what we did was we went out to the car, we grabbed a bag of food and put it right on top of there. So instead of someone stealing their stuff, we left something for them. Of course, we don't know the results of it because the person was in the store or whatever, but hopefully they came out and that was a nice, pleasant surprise for them. Thank you. It makes me feel closer to my sister to help someone who's in the position that she's in. And I know my sister probably felt like we didn't love her, but what she didn't know is we probably would have sent her gift cards, cash, probably love, like care packages and stuff. We would have totally helped her as much as we could. And, but there's no way to go back and change the past. We can only help someone else's family member at this point. So that's what we plan to do, is help somebody else's family. So Yep, it's very rewarding. It's so sad when you see someone in 100-degree weather. I don't even know how they live in 100-degree weather because it's been like 105, 108, 101. It's been in the hundreds like a long time, like through July and all the way through August. It's been a really, really, really hot summer. And I'm surprised I've managed to keep anything in my garden alive as hot as it's been out there. But I have. But I'm also watering what's left of the garden. I'm watering it twice a day. But I've already pulled out squash. I've already pulled out tomatoes. But yeah, it's so hot. I don't know how they make it. I would never be able to sleep being that hot. When it's family, it can be so hard for some reason. The scripture where Jesus talks about your own kin or family, and I know that's related to his ministry, but in general, it does apply to us with family, yes. Yes, definitely. Yeah, she was probably feeling prideful, and she shouldn't have because I mean, if nothing else, she could have been selfish and thought of it as, oh, come on, at least I'll be able to get a gift card out of mom and my sister. I mean, I wish she had thought of it at least like that, but she didn't. Hello, Tin the Sheep. How are you? Tin the Sheep, can you tell me what your first name is? Oh, that's so sad. That's why you gotta. I'm sorry, Lynn, that your sister died. That is so sad. I thought I would take my father's death harder, but I took my sister's death harder because things were not right with my sister. We had just had a fight. That was our last thing. The last thing she thought about me was that I was mad at her. We were having a fight. So that makes it really, really hard. I have the guilt. Like maybe I should have done something different, said something different, been a little bit more tolerant of things. Um, but we did actually talk to my sister's last boyfriend. She wasn't currently going out with this person, uh, but we did talk to him, and he talked about that she had been reading her Bible and that she was planning to come back to Abilene, Texas, our hometown. 5 years. Wow. Well, in October will be a year. This coming October will be a year. Oh, thank you, Leela. Yeah. I talk to her sometimes. I'll just be sitting here in the kitchen and I'll just tell her I love her or whatever. But so probably back in October when my sister first passed away, I did a little slideshow thing in memory of my sister on my Gail Southern Living channel. I turned around and did the same thing for this channel because I wanted people to see her so they could understand the depth of it. Like this was my back in the day when we were at home. We had a full-size bed in our room, and my sister and I slept in the same bed for years. So we were very close when we were younger, and we were really very close all the way up to, I think I was about 19 or 20 when I left Texas and moved to Rhode Island. And that's when things started to kind of curve in the wrong direction. I feel like it was right after when I moved from Texas to Rhode Island for about 5 years. I feel like that's when my sister's life started going kind of astray. She was married with a kid. She left her husband for his best friend. I mean, it was terrible. Yeah, the slideshow. So those are pictures of her. A lot of them are younger, but there's one in there where she's wearing a corsage on her shirt, and that would be the most current picture I have of her that I found. And that would be a picture at our wedding in 2015. She was here for our wedding. And that would be the most current picture I have of her. I have some more pictures of her, but I just have to find where they're at. But my sister and I had went to a museum in Dallas with my husband, and we looked around and we took some pictures in there, and I have those pictures somewhere, and those are actually the last ones. But pretty much all the pictures, after your family member is gone, are precious to you because let's see, it's a little hard to read because I'm doing this on YouTube Live, which I don't usually do. My sister knew she was loved and cherished by me, and I always told her on and offline. That's great. I wish I had that feeling, and I hope um, her boyfriend, her last boyfriend that she had, his name was Willie. He told me that she did speak fondly of me. So I think maybe, she did love me and she probably did forgive me in a somewhat of a way. Yeah. Yeah, I will try to continue to uh, go on with her memory. And my mom said she said that probably about a week ago, she said, I will do this ministry for the rest of my life. And of course, she's in her 70s. And I'm like, wow, that's a really big commitment she's made to say that. But I think I probably feel pretty similar to that. Next year in January, when I get my income tax money, I'm actually going to pay the money to do this ministry as a nonprofit. And what that'll do for me is I'll be able to apply the money. I'll be able to apply for grants, and I'll also be able to get a tax exempt. So when I go to Dollar Tree to purchase items to give out to the homeless, I won't be charged tax. I know some convenience type foods, I think there's tax on some of those foods too. So I won't be charged tax on when I go to Dollar Tree or Walmart or Dollar Tree, anywhere I go to purchase items for them. I can use that little card, so that'll save some money that can be used to purchase more things for them. So I have my stepdaughter she comes here on the weekends, and she has a room, and I didn't really have anywhere else to store those things. So there's a dresser in there that I cleared out. So I store some things in there, and I got a shelf in there. So I'm trying to, set it up. And the more items we get donated to us, of course, the more space I'll need to store these things. So that's what I've been trying to do. My mom has, her own stuff stored over there. And when I get donations of like deodorant or something like that, I'll split what I get with my mom, and she'll use that, and she purchases things, and we share back and forth, between our ministry of what we're doing. And so it's been really rewarding so far. And it's nice, they hug you, they shake your hands, they thank you. They're so grateful, and more than anything, it's just awesome just to love on them and let them know that they're still loved. Their circumstances are bad, and obviously, I can't afford to take them out of their circumstance. I can't even really afford to get them a hotel room. But I use, I'm not working, so I do have YouTube money, and I sell eggs, and so I usually end up spending some of my egg money on them. I call it egg money because we sell eggs, and I use some of that money. So I just purchase little items here and there, and I accumulate them for a month, and then we go out again. And with every donation I get, like if it's Amazon, I'll try to purchase a bulk item like deodorant or toothpaste, toothbrushes, things like that, things in the little bottles, because you don't want to give them too much bulk because it's too heavy for them to carry around. Yeah. So I wanted to just sit here and do, you get blessed by blessing them. Yes. I feel like I have got blessed from blessing them. It's very, it fills you up. It fills you up to be able to go and help other people. It's such a good feeling to go and help them. And I wanted to start this channel to show the donations, to show my appreciation for the donations. I would have a channel to post those videos on. So every time I got a donation, I could make a video. Now, if I get a few at one time, I'll probably put them together, but I wanted to be able to show all the donations. Of course, anybody who donates needs to tell me they want to be anonymous, or if they don't mind their name being said. Because if they don't mind their name being said, I totally want to put their name out there. But if they don't, then I'm good to make the video still, but tell that it's anonymous. So it's really cool. So I have some friends over on my other channel who have donated, and one person has actually donated twice to the ministry. And one lady, the last lady, she sent me $100. Sorry, my timer's going off. She sent me $100 gift card to Amazon. So that was really cool to be able to purchase some bulk items. I did take the time a few months ago and I made up an Amazon wish list of items for the homeless that I thought would be helpful. So, and I'm going to try to include that on my videos too, the Amazon wish list. So if somebody even just wanted, and I've had a person do that. They picked out a few things they could afford. They mailed them straight to my house. There was nothing to say who they came from. I just made a video thanking the anonymous person for their donation. But I'm going to do those videos here on this channel now. So, yeah, it's been such a blessing. And my husband and I just moved churches. And so, maybe I don't want to talk about it right now, but maybe later the pastor will let me go up in front of the church and talk about the ministry and maybe kind of promote the ministry there. That would be really cool. Even if I just went up once and talked about it, and then a few people would hand me little bags of stuff they purchased for the ministry, that'd be awesome. Every little bit helps. Thank you for coming in, Leela. I appreciate it. I'm actually going to go ahead and end for today. I just wanted to come up and do 30 minutes. That was my goal. I said, let me come up for 30 minutes and just start on my watch hours. If I get this channel monetized, I will be using that money for the ministry. So you guys have a great day. And thank you guys who had come in today. And thank you guys who watched this on the replay. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.